What is p-value? Let's face it, statistics and psychology can be a pain. There are so many different tests, each with different assumptions. How do we know when a test is significant? Luckily, p-value is a shortcut to help you determine the significance of a statistical finding. Regardless of the type of statistical tests we do, we are basically operating on two hypotheses. One is the null hypothesis, which assumes that there is no relationship between A and B. The other is the alternative hypothesis, which assumes that there is a relationship between A and B. For example, if we were to test the effectiveness of a medicine, the null hypothesis would be that the medicine does not cure the disease, whereas the alternative hypothesis assumes that the medicine is effective at treating the disease. Obviously, there can only be one correct hypothesis. In simple terms, p-value is the likelihood that the null hypothesis is correct. So a p-value of 0.9 means that there is a 90% chance that the null hypothesis is correct. 90%? But that's not 100%. I hear you say, what about the other 10% chance? What if the p-value was exactly 0.5? Surely we must decide on an acceptable cutoff. In comes the alpha value. Alpha value is the cutoff point in which you are satisfied that the null hypothesis can be rejected. This is usually set as 95% or 0.05, but sometimes it can also be set at 0.1 or 0.01. So now we have decided that 95% probability is enough to reject the null hypothesis. We can now compare the p-value against this benchmark. If the p-value is smaller than 0.05, it means there is less than 5% chance that we reject the null hypothesis when it's in fact correct, and we can confidently accept the alternative hypothesis to be true. In our medication example, the null hypothesis means that if any effect was observed, it would not be due to the medicine. A p-value of less than 0.05 means that there is less than 5% chance that the effects observed were not due to the medicine. And we can accept that the medicine is working. In statistics, this is called a statistically significant finding. Alternatively, if the p-value was greater than 0.05, it means there is a greater than accepted chance that the effect was due to factors other than the alternative hypothesis, and we have to accept the null hypothesis. Thank you for watching this video. I hope it helped.